What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blueblood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Undefeated, two-division world champion, who holds the WBA sanction body simultaneously at 130 and 135, undefeated superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis responds to former Olympic gold medalist, former five-division world champion, retired iconic superstar boxer turned promoter, Oscar the Golden Boy De La Hoya, CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, and his fighter, undefeated rising Mexican superstar lightweight contender, King Ryan Garcia. King Ryan Garcia will be facing off against British lightweight contender, former Olympic gold medalist in his own right, superstar boxer Luke Campbell tomorrow night in San Antonio, Texas. With that said, obviously, they are going to use so many different angles to build up this fight. One in particular is Gervonta Tank Davis. And they are stating that Gervonta Tank Davis is ripe for the picking. Oscar De La Hoya believes that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be exposed. And he believes that Ryan Garcia is going to simply walk through Gervonta Tank Davis, co-promoter of Golden Boy Promotions, right? You have former multi-division world champion, iconic retired superstar boxer, Bernard the Executioner Hopkins, who is a partner at Golden Boy Promotions. And he states that not only after Ryan Garcia defeats Luke Campbell in dramatic fashion, that they are indeed going to travel to Baltimore to confront Gervonta Tank Davis and essentially force him into a fight with Ryan Garcia. They want this fight with Ryan Garcia next. They are highly confident that Ryan Garcia is going to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Once upon a time, Oscar De La Hoya was not so confident that Ryan Garcia, King Rye, could beat Gervonta Tank Davis. As he stated, when Ryan Garcia initially started calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, you had Oscar De La Hoya weigh in and says he had to pump the brakes on that because Gervonta Tank Davis is a beast in the ring and Ryan Garcia simply is not ready for that level of competition. So Oscar De La Hoya stated that he had to pump the brakes on that. He understands that Ryan Garcia is a competitor, that Ryan Garcia definitely wants to fight the best, but he says he's not ready for that level. Now Oscar De La Hoya has since changed his tune, and he believes that Ryan Garcia is more than ready. He believes that Ryan Garcia is going to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Not only beat him, expose him, and walk through him. With that said, Gervonta Tank Davis has now responded to Oscar De La Hoya and King Ryan Garcia. And he says Oscar De La Hoya must be back on that white powder because he says, ain't nobody walking through me. He says, I'm going to bury King Ryan Garcia. Y'all don't know what y'all getting that boy into. And I wonder if the minor success that Leo Santa Cruz, four-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer, had against Gervonta Tank Davis in their last fight before being brutally knocked out, I think that may be a little bit of fool's gold. And the fact that you had Yuriokis Gamboa, who went 12 rounds on a popped Achilles with Gervonta Tank Davis, who was very ferocious, Gervonta Tank Davis, and vicious, and is a knockout artist. And somehow Yuriokis Gamboa was able to last to the 12th round of that fight. So with that said, I wonder if they're looking at Gervonta Tank Davis, quote-unquote, lack of dedication outside of the ring and in between fights. But Gervonta Tank Davis is back training. Gervonta Tank Davis is back focused. And Gervonta Tank Davis says he understands what's at stake. He understands what he stands to lose. So he's focused on, being the best version of Gervonta Tank Davis that's possibly could be, right? With that said, Ryan Garcia has a lot of intangibles. Gervonta Tank Davis has a 65.5-inch arm reach, I believe. And Ryan Garcia has a 70-inch arm reach. No, I believe Gervonta Tank Davis has a 67-inch arm reach. Ryan Garcia has a 70-inch arm reach. Ryan Garcia stands at 5'10". Gervonta Tank Davis about 5'5". So he has a 5-inch height advantage as well. I believe he has the edge in hand speed. I think has slightly faster hands than Gervonta Tank Davis, but that's a lot due to the fact that he's flat-footed and he commits to his hand speed more so than Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis more so commits to his power. He's a southpaw. This fight against Luke Campbell is help preparing Ryan Garcia for Gervonta Tank Davis, who is a southpaw. Luke Campbell is a southpaw. So you see the correlation, right? With that said, I believe that Gervonta Tank Davis is possibly going to knock out King Ryan Garcia. I think that his body work, his explosiveness, his ring IQ, and the ability to, now at times he can seem vulnerable on defense, on the defensive end. As he stated against Leo Santa Cruz, he got a lot of great shots in on me. Too many for my liking, and I got to correct that. And Leo Santa Cruz at times was having a lot of success in that fight, and the judges had Leo Santa Cruz up on the scorecards, if not a draw, right? So with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis understands that there's some areas that he needs to improve on the defensive side of his craft. With that said, his offense more than makes up for his lack of defensive situations at times, right? Because he's not always lacking defense. It's just he has these lapses in the ring at times, right? And your opponent can take advantage of them. Well, Ryan Garcia, you cannot allow Ryan Garcia to have success, right? Because he's already high on confidence. He has very fast hands. He has a very similar style to that of Saul Canelo Alvarez, 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who is the unified super middleweight WBC, WBA world champion. They have similar styles, right? Gervonta Tank Davis is more fluid. Ryan Garcia is top heavy. From the waist up, he's very athletic. From the waist down, he's pretty slow. He's not so much as athletic as he is from the waist up. That's very similar to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is very athletic from the waist up, but from the waist down, he's very slow, right? His feet are slow. He don't seem to be so athletic. Now he can cut you off educatedly, and he has a high ring IQ, but he doesn't have fast feet, right? He doesn't have quick feet. He has educated feet. He cuts the ring off, but even in that case, you could stunt his offense when he attempts to cut the ring off. If you're offensive and you use your jab or you're busy, he goes into a high guard, right? And these are the same similarities that Ryan Garcia has. And it's no coincidence that he's trained by the same trainer, Canelo Alvarez, Eddie Reynoso. And Canelo Alvarez is his mentor, right? So, there's a lot of similarities. But if you master that game plan and you master that style, you could be very successful. I like Canelo Alvarez. He only has one loss, and that coming at the hands of Floyd Mayweather, former 5-division world champion, former pound-for-pound king, retired 50-0, the man known as Money. He dominated Canelo Alvarez, won every single round against Canelo Alvarez. So you can see the path that they're taking with Gervonta Tank Davis, right? There's a lot of similarities with Canelo Alvarez and Ryan Garcia. He's mentored by him. Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya have a natural rivalry. And now, his similarities with Gervonta Tank Davis, that being Floyd Mayweather, are very similar. And Ryan Garcia has similarities to Canelo Alvarez and Oscar De La Hoya. So you see what the game plan is, right? And how to build this fight and promote it. So it's going to be a huge fight, but I think that as long as Gervonta Tank Davis is physically in shape and his endurance is intact, his stamina is intact, and he goes into this fight, I believe he'll win this fight because he's going to have to use a lot of head movement that he normally doesn't have to use because Ryan Garcia, a southpaw's kryptonite is a left hook and a straight right hand. Ryan Garcia is great at throwing left hooks and straight right hands. So, and he has a reach advantage over Gervonta Tank Davis. So Tank Davis is going to have to work to get on the inside. Tank Davis is going to have to slip, But once he gets on the inside, I think that's where the problem is going to be for Ryan Garcia. Unless he masters the art of being able to tie up, it's not a good fighter on the inside. And Gervonta Tank Davis is very explosive there. He's very athletic. And he will make you pay for every mistake you make on the inside, a la Leo Santa Cruz did. Okay, so with that said, I believe that Gervonta Tank Davis' body attack is going to play a major part in this fight, and I believe that Gervonta Tank Davis will ultimately stop Ryan Garcia. But it's going to be a great fight. He says that Dela Hoya and Ryan Garcia, they must both be on that white powder because ain't no way neither one of them are walking through him. So I can't wait to see how this plays out. Tonight, we'll see Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell in San Antonio, Texas. And then I can't wait to see how the fight plays out itself because this is a huge step up fight for Ryan Garcia. And then I can't wait to see if Ryan Garcia is successful. He calls out Gervonta Tank Davis. It would be great if Gervonta Tank Davis was in attendance. That would promote this even bigger. So let's see how this all plays out and unfolds. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, or one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.